We have many misunderstandings about the Age of Discovery. In order to understand the Age of Discovery, we must understand the Islamic Empire. After 600 AD, the territory of the Islamic Empire had grown too large to include the Middle East, North Africa, Portugal, and Spain. At this time, most of the Mediterranean trade was monopolized by Muslim merchants. Until the Middle Ages, the most popular items in Europe were items from China and India. At that time, in order to import goods from China and India, they had to go through the Middle East and Arab countries. However, Europeans imported these goods expensively from Muslim traders. Portugal brought these items the hardest because it was in the far west of Europe. So, the beginning of the Age of Discovery in medieval Europe was Portugal. At that time, there was no navigational technology to go far by boat. Sailing the Atlantic in a ship was a great adventure. This adventure required a navigator to sail the ship. At this time, there was a man named Bartolomeu Dias. He sailed to the Cape of Good Hope at the southernmost point of the African continent to go to India. Since then, the King of Portugal has been looking for a new navigator. At this time, a scammer appeared. This scammer said he could get to India faster than anyone else. He argued that crossing the Atlantic Ocean was much faster than going towards the Cape of Good Hope. One of the biggest prejudices is that people at this time did not think the earth was round. However, this is the biggest misunderstanding of modern people. Looking at Ptolemy's map, which has been handed down since ancient times, many people knew that the earth was round. So, since the earth is round, I thought I could get to India faster if I went the other way. But the King of Portugal doesn't believe the impostor. So the trickster went to Spain and convinced the King of Spain. The swindler is Columbus. At that time, people did not think of the Americas at all. So Columbus, who received financial support from the Spanish government, crossed the Atlantic Ocean. But a problem arose. The American continent was blocking the route to India. Columbus claimed this continent as India. However, there was no evidence that this continent was India. So, they don't get the pepper the Spanish government wants. At this time, Portugal actually sent Vasco da Gama to India. Vasco da Gama brought goods from India, including pepper. In this way, following Portugal and Spain, numerous countries in Europe began sailing on ships. This is the age of exploration. If Spain and Portugal made money from numerous trades through sea voyages, these two countries would become terrifying enemies in the eyes of other European countries. International politics is for the strong to survive. Although Columbus brought nothing, the routes he traveled by ship were very useful. He made 4 voyages to the Americas during this time. Many countries in Europe considered the American continent as a third colony based on this route and began pioneering it. The South American continent was easy to colonize because of the good weather and good farming. But the North American continent had nothing, and the seasons were distinct. It was very difficult to live there in the winter. Because most of the people of colonizing Europe lived near the Mediterranean, the climate of North America was too harsh for them. Not only that, but Europeans had a harder time because of the natives of North America. However, Spain, which pioneered the Central and South American continents, sent an army to subjugate all the natives. There were people who said they would go to the abandoned North American continent on their own. They are the Puritans. If you liked the video, please press the subscribe and like buttons. Thank you.